I'm so sorry about that. The screen is broken.
Okay.
Hey, how are you guys? Wow. I think. Do you know what I think, Matt? Guys, I think that you guys just got the most memorable entrance of the tour. Our screen stopped working, so that's why we edged you guys for a minute. We didn't mean to edge. I apologize for the edge. It's actually our biggest show ever, so we wanted to prank you guys. That's what that was. It's some positive news, yeah. We have not been here in the longest time. We're super happy to be back. We love this city. And out of every single tour we've been on, and including the shows that we're going to do after this will be our biggest live show ever. So, thank you guys for being here. Holy shit! There's a fuck ton of people in here. But welcome to the Surprise Party Tour. What a damn blast. We have a really, really fun show for you guys today, which consists of a couple different segments, and I am going to give Chris, my amazing brother, the magical honor of announcing what those segments are to you. Thank you so much for that. All right, guys. So I wonder if what'd you say, Matt? I said we're off the screen, so I wonder if we're gonna have another issue here. But let's see. I hope not. You know what, guys? So for today, we have a few segments. We have the group chat segment. I've never been happier to see that logo pop up on the screen. We have the anonymous confession segment, which we will get to after. Which the anonymous confession segment, I have to say, is my second favorite, second to the surprise, which happens later. Then we have the story time segment, and then our big surprise at the end. Have any of you guys seen any of the past surprises that have happened this week? That's wonderful news. That means you know what you're in for today later on. But before that, we are going to start it off with the group chat. Matt, my amazing, lovely brother, do you want to explain to them the group chat segment? I will. Chris is an amazing person, right? And he decided to do a lot of work for us before this tour, and he scavenged the group chats of the Cerniolo triplets and found about 250 crazy funny videos, text messages, all that type of jazz right there. And we are gonna put all that jazz. And we're gonna put some of those on the screen and react to them live. And me and Nick haven't seen these since we either texted each other or sent each other. I think at one of these shows we should have a pillow fight. Pillow fight? That was a joke. We're not gonna do a pillow fight. But yeah, the group chat segment is really fun. We've already got Nick with like no pants. We got out of all the shows we've done, I've had no pants in several of the group chat segments. So I have no idea what you guys are gonna get today, but let's jump into the first one. Let's do it. Whoa, it's a rat! Wow! Whoa, it's a rat! What a hefty scream out of you there. I don't think I can make that noise ever again if I tried. But do you know what? I love that shirt that I had on. What'd you say? I love the shirt that I had on in that video. Oh, nice. That outfit, I wouldn't have put it with purple gym shorts, but cool. Sideways visor was a little crazy. Did you actually see a rat? No, definitely not. I literally, truthfully cannot tell you what was happening in that video. Wow. It was funny. Thank you, of course. All right, next one. Oh, God. I hate this. Wait, so this is me texting you, Matt, I believe. I said, watching a show right now about a bank robber, and they're at the part where they're money laundering, so they are sports betting at casinos, and it made me think of you. This made my heart grow 3 times in size. Okay, guys, I have to defend myself. Chris likes to say that I'm a chronic sports bettor. I bet 10 to 20 cents on every game ever, because it's fun. Not every game ever. God, I'm not that bad. A couple Celtics games here and there, and it's the most fun I have, and it's exhilarating. It's so funny seeing Matt like stress out. Like he'll be watching like a basketball game and be like, I need this guy to get 2 more baskets, and I need this guy to do a backflip, and I need this guy to spin around and dunk on the other guy. And I'm like, what the fuck are you betting on? But the funniest thing is, I don't think he's ever bet in increments above $1. So I'm like, you're ripping your hair out, and the most amount of money you can make is 10 cents.
It's for the love of the game.
If I went outside and I looked for change on the ground, I could find what Matt is potentially going to win in these sports bets.
Yep. All right. I'm in profit in sports betting.
That's actually true, like a weird fact. Matt is in profit gambling in his life, which is like so rare.
It's not good.
Remember when you used my ID to, or no, I used your ID,
yeah,
to get a scratch ticket.
Chris wanted the scratch ticket, and I was the only one with my license, so I gave him it and let him get a scratch
You're a
ticket.
blessing, helping your brother gamble. What would we do without you?
Who knows?
Let's check the next text or video.
I was going to tell you to charge your phone, but then I remember that's a screenshot.
So true. Next one.
Oh, brother.
If the next one doesn't pop up, I'm gonna have to do some sort of trick on the stage. Or I'm gonna have to reach into my phone and start doing it myself. Can we go to the next one? Is it working? Please work.
Oh,
yes! Thank God. Okay. Oh my God, it's a photo of a Benadryl, and I said, just waiting on this bad boy. The killer. I love it. You know how I feel about the killer? LMFAO. And then I said, my vision is so bad, legit can't read the TVs here. Start walking around with binoculars. Okay, a lot is going on in this.
Correct. I actually believe we spoke about this earlier today, Nick. Your Benadryl moment at the airport.
Yeah. No, I have such severe allergies, but I never bring an EpiPen with me anywhere, so I always have my little thing of Benadryl.
Yeah, which is
Benadryl. I don't know, I sound like a baby, like going a 2-year-old learning how to speak. But also, I said, you know how I feel about the killer, and I don't know if any of you guys know who Wendy Williams is? There's this super funny like meme or segment that's like a part of her live show where she's always talking about the killer, and it's like someone who doesn't exist, and so she'll have like guests on her show, and then they'll like be telling her a story. She's like, "Oh, you gotta be careful of the killer." And the killer
doesn't exist.
It's someone who doesn't exist. It's like this looming the killer on Wendy Williams. I think it's really funny.
Yeah. Nick, you do have like a problem though. You need to get allergy tested and really figure this out.
I know.
You also, Nick is prescribed glasses, doesn't wear them. So
Yeah, I have a lot of ailments, but I live with them because I'm unique and I am who I am.
Wow.
But it's crazy because all I need to do is like go to the doctor and go to the eye doctor and my problem.
No, but this Benadryl was fun because we were actually, it was Christmas Eve at the airport, and Nick he had hives all over his body, scared he wasn't going to be able to breathe, and we took a 6-hour flight anyway.
And I survived to tell the tale, and I'm here in New York, thank God.
Have you heard the story of the guy that witnessed somebody, like he's a doctor, and he witnessed somebody go into anaphylactic shock on a plane, and they don't put EpiPens on planes?
No, it's terrifying. It's horrible, but I'll survive.
Well, we're happy you're here, Nick. Let's go to the
Go.
next text, or video, or whatever it is.
Oh. Stuck in an elevator, hit me up. Whoa. Who did you ask?
That was like the trend, I guess.
Guys, it was Coachella 2016. It was the vibe.
No, it absolutely was not.
That's a photo. I call that micro Matt.
Yeah.
When Matt was a cute little kid.
Yeah.
Before he got mean
And guys, the polo lives on. Look at that.
Wow!
The polo lives
Kid was
on.
even rocking polo when he was a young
Everything.
one.
No, this was actually the first time we were stuck in an elevator. Or the first and
And
only.
Yeah,
let me
this is
talk
the
about
first of a starting trend of elevator getting
No,
stuck.
but dude, the elevator fear after this is like diabolical. Me and Chris the elevator was in between the second and third floor, and they pulled us out of a tiny little gap out of the top, and it was just horrifying. And Trevor, actually, our dog, saved us. I actually remember we were at
I
the
feel like I
hotel.
need to elaborate on what
No,
I just said.
I'll tell this.
Okay,
perspective.
I was with the dog.
Yes.
Matt and Chris were stuck in this elevator, and we didn't have phones at the time, but we had iPods, and that's what I think Chris took this photo on. And so we couldn't call each other. So Matt and Chris got stuck in the elevator, just them two, and they had no one to tell, like, oh my God, we're stuck in the elevator. So they were just in the elevator yelling, Mom, 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 just hoping my mom would walk by. And then me and my mom and my dog were walking by, and Trevor started...
No, we heard Mom. We heard her
walking by,
stairs.
so we were like, help!
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Trevor started sniffing the elevator and barking at it, and then my mom got off the phone and heard Matt and Chris screaming for help. So she called the police and they got saved out of the elevator.
Yay.
That was crazy. All right, next text. I look miserable in that too.
Okay. Pissed in the back of my toilet again, Nick. Can't believe you think that's weird.
I said, what do you mean you can't believe that? I think that's weird. It's the fastest path to lunatic status. Better off pissing in the sink or shower.
It's so obviously not a weird thing for someone who is in my current situation.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Chris, it's very odd, like super strange.
I can't believe I just heard about this.
Dude,
Okay.
Chris,
I need to share. My toilet doesn't flush, and I have to take the back thing off and put it over the seat. So my only opportunity to use the bathroom was in the back thing, and Nick and Matt freaked out about it, even though it
That's
wasn't
the
over here.
weirdest, most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my entire
Being in the
life.
back of the toilet.
I'm like,
So wait, were you standing like on your sink?
No, I just did a side shuffle beside the toilet.
Right!
I had to know.
Side shuffle?
All right, next text.
Next one, please, save me.
Oh wow, a lot of text to show.
Oh my
Matt,
god,
read it.
Ordering apple soda is so it gets there at the same time as me. What do y'all want?
Skittles Littles.
What are the options?
Pepsi.
Actually, I'm chilling no matter what. I don't need anything.
No Skittle Littles, got Pepsis.
That says Pepsi's plural.
Pepsis.
That's what you read it as.
Well, it's the same thing. And then I said LMFAO Pepsi's looks like penis.
Chris! What? That's not what it says.
I said Chris just laughed out loud at your text.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to go in on detail about this. I just kind of thought that was funny. Next. You're unbelievable. One of a kind. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mac and cheese in the bread.
Okay, this was pre-bald stage.
Yes.
Wow. This was before COVID that I had big hoop earrings on, covered in cheese.
Covered in cheese.
Like no one told me to get a napkin. I was cheese all over my face. It looked disgusting.
Nick used to do this thing where he would request like the round end of a loaf of bread and stuff it with macaroni and made like a homemade.
Want to know how to enjoy Panera to its fullest form?
Tell us.
Yes.
You get the end loaf,
Uh-huh.
fill it with mac and cheese. That's how you enjoy
Yep.
Panera to its fullest form. It's as simple as that.
There we go. You just told so many people to go do something fun and exciting.
It's amazing.
All right, Nick, that I believe does conclude our group.
Does it? Yeah, it does.
Is there any more? I think it's it.
Oh, that's devastating.
Is that it?
Well, that's okay that it's it. You want to know why, Chris? It's time for my second favorite part of the night.
Tell us. Man.
It's time for anonymous confessions. All right, do
Matt, get the briefcase.
Okay,
Yep.
so if you have not been following along this tour, you have no idea what we're talking about. Basically, Anonymous Confessions is one of the most popular and viewed series?
What?
How do you say series? It's one of the most popular series on our... No, it sounds wrong still. It's one of the most popular series on our YouTube channel, and so basically we decided while we're on tour that we were going to get some anonymous, I say in quotes, confessions from you guys in the crowd so that we can read and react to them as a whole. And if me, Matt, and Chris feel like we have a question for you and we're intrigued to learn more about your anonymous confession, we may be able to find you in the crowd and let you make your anonymous confession unanonymous. And we can ask you some questions about it.
Amazing. Okay, Nick, do you want to start us off today by reading a fun anonymous surprise? Or a fun anonymous
Chris, there's nothing
confession?
I'd rather do, and I hope you know that.
Okay.
Okay. I let my guinea pig free roam the living room one night while I was watching a movie. I forgot she was out and went to stand up, and I stepped on her back.
Out of a cracked spine.
She didn't move, so I put her back in her cage because I got scared. Let's just say I woke up the next morning and she was dead. My mother, who is here with me, does not know about this. Oops.
How does she not
I hate
know?
when- I hate
You
when-
fucking RKO body slammed her. Guinea pig.
The craziest
Yeah,
part to me about this is that she stepped on its back and it didn't move, and you continue to go on to claim that it was dead the next morning.
No.
I think that hoe was dead on impact. I think you
Correct.
crushed that thing.
Also, I feel like this is weird that this is another hamster death because
It's a guinea pig, dude. It's a guinea pig. Totally different story here.
Matt, what's the difference between a guinea pig
I have
and
no
a hamster?
idea, actually.
But anyway, this is like the 10th hamster, guinea pig, whatever it is that has died on the Sterniolo surprise party tour, or at least that we've heard of.
Yeah.
Very weird. Very weird.
I'd love to know if this girl's mom just found out.
You know Can we find her? Is she out there? Sorry, we can't see you. All right, someone's come with a microphone. I have a question. Can we make sure that goes to the mom? I need to hear her story. We heard the evil daughter stomped the hamster.
We heard the killer.
Heard the other killer.
That's fine. Wow, there is so many people
my God,
out there.
the
What is up, everyone?
Hey
Does the mom have the microphone?
The mom does.
Yes. Hello. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Amazing. What's your name?
Jen.
So what was our friend guinea pig's name? Who's no longer with us?
Honey.
Honey. Oh, what a sweet angel. Wow. Well, a literal sweet angel.
Yeah.
Wow.
So wait, how did you not find out until right now that your daughter murdered your hamster?
Guinea pig.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We woke up and she was gone.
Oh, so you just assumed a nice calm passing in
Okay,
the
so let me
street.
tell you.
Oh.
Hold on, guys.
A killer is here.
Hold on.
I was watching a movie
Heard that.
with my dad and my sister, and my mom was out at the time. And then I stepped on her, and it was 3 days before Christmas as well.
Wait, so did your dad and sister know and also not tell your mom? Because that's fucked up.
So actually, my dad and sister don't know this. They're finding out like now.
Wow, you guys get to go home and tell them about your night at the surprise party tour, and
Yeah.
you guys get to go home and come clean about killing the guinea pig.
Wow.
That's amazing. Thank you
Yeah.
guys
Thank
so
you
much
for sharing.
All right, thank you.
Honey.
Thank you. Applause for Honey.
Prayers up to Honey.
R.I.P. Okay, we don't need the song. Okay.
I think we do need the song.
All right, I'm gonna read the next anonymous confession.
Okay.
When I was 11, my older brothers locked me in the basement and turned it into their own personal boot camp.
Oh wow.
For 2.5 hours straight, they made me climb pillars, do push-ups, and crank out sit-ups like I was training for the Olympics.
Wow. I got you good.
Every time I tried to escape, they would drag me back and tickle me within an inch of my life.
Oh wow.
I screamed upstairs for my mom like I was being held hostage, but she never heard me. Probably thought I was just being dramatic, ... again.
Oh wow. Dramatic again. Story of my life.
Yeah. Wow. So
I wonder what pillars are in this basement that we're climbing.
Yeah,
Our
correct.
pillar. I missed that.
What is
She's
she's
climbing pillars.
climbing pillars. That was the first one.
It's like when
doing
like
sit-ups.
It's like when those parents build the American Ninja Warrior obstacles for their kid, and like the 6-year-old is like doing like the salmon ladder. You know what I'm talking about?
Nick,
Am I so alone on this?
I think you might
Has
be.
no one seen those videos of like the little kids and they're like going crazy outside and they're doing like backflips and spins and I'm like, my God, I struggle to, my knees crack when I wake up in the morning. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a fucking 2.5 monkey bar side. Yeah. No, if I was subjected to boot camp against my will, it would go.
I think we're forgetting the fact that boot camp was only 2.5 hours, but she was somehow trapped in the basement. So is there just 2.5 hours of workouts, and the rest you were just trapped? Because that's a concern.
No, she's full on doing an Olympic workout for 2.5 hours, and if she's not, she's getting tickled. That's what I've got. It's like a tickler workout type of situation. Tickle to the brink of death. Yes. I don't know if I've ever been tickled to the brink of death. Yes, you have. Really? Yeah, you remember Dad?
Why is Matt saying that?
No, tell me about it. Because when we were kids, our dad would go like this to Nick, and he would piss his pants without even touching him. I can't combat that. It's true. It is. It's the truth. Wait, I need to read the beginning of this. Read another one.
Okay, let me find another one. Let me shift through this pile. Matt, why don't you read one? Do you want to or should I?
Publicly read it.
Dude, you're on stage in front of a bunch of people. You gotta publicly read.
Oh, I actually remembered my takeaway. Okay. It says, every single time she tried to escape, they dragged me back, and it reminded me when me, Matt, and Chris were younger, and we were like 3, or not 3, when we were just 3 small children. Our older brother, Justin, thought it was so funny to have beat up Justin time. I remember this. And we literally used to beat up Justin, and the whole game would be the 3 of us were trying our absolute hardest to fully injure him. Yes. Beat him up. And he was just like fighting for his life. But he loved it. It was like an adrenaline rush. No, it was like a fun game we all played, like trying to fight each other. But it makes me think, I'm like, it must be so crazy to have 3 children who look exactly the same, going to like attack and beat you up. And when we were little, we looked like exactly the same. Like I know we look alike now, but then it was like.
I always think of how weird and like strange triplets are. Like if we all dressed the same and stood in the dark alley and stared down it and waited for one person to walk by,
We could get some people good.
We could really get some people.
We could just completely convert.
Dim lit alley, standing there, head are like like this.
Oh no, I got the vision the first time.
Oh yeah.
You guys got a crazy plan, and I'm not joining you.
You have to, because then we're just twins. That takes away our magic.
Twins is scarier. Have you seen The Shining? No. Look it up.
Find an exit. There's a plenty I see the light.
Sounded like it hurt.
Yeah, they're like, getting dragged back to the basement.
No! 20 more
brothers are here to
Bring her to the basement.
We're gonna get tickled to death. All right, I'm gonna
That
go.
sounds so crazy.
One time when I was 6 to 7 years
Oh,
old.
thank you, man.
Oh, here we go.
I thought that I was an alpha wolf, and I made letters to my principal and teachers telling them that I would hunt them down.
Imagine being like 6 to 8 and trying to like sound threatening. When like little, I love it when little kids try and say something like hurtful, mean, or crazy. I'm just like,
I don't
okay.
think that they're trying to be threatening. I think they're claiming they are alpha wolf.
Yeah.
So do you think that their goal is to be a cute alpha wolf, or do you
No,
think
they're trying
be a
to
threat?
trying to maintain.
Yeah, they
Threatening
did
status.
say they would hunt the teachers.
It's the kids have just such an amazing imagination. Because imagine just thinking you're an alpha wolf and you're a small girl.
Correct. Okay, next one. Next. I went to a house party and didn't know the host/homeowner. I took their doorknob home with me because I absolutely was tripping balls and thought it was a muffin.
Honestly, I completely get it. Doorknobs are very muffin shaped. They really think about it. Way harder.
How to any degree do you relate to this?
A super stale muffin can get very muffin-esque.
You mean doorknob-esque?
Yeah.
You know, do you remember that girl in
Yes, I know
high
exactly
school?
what you're talking about.
Yeah, she threw a muffin at her sister and her nose was bleeding all over the place. That was nuts.
Yeah.
It also reminds me that one time we went out to eat and I thought it was so cool and I was mad because they like messed up my meal and I stole a fork. And I thought it was like the coolest thing ever.
I have that video.
You have a video of me stealing the
I
fork?
have a video of you waving a fork, saying, "Mess up my meal, I'll take your forks." I have that video.
It's like, it's a restaurant. They have like a billion forks. They're not relying on my fork.
They're down one now.
I know, I got them good. They don't even know how good I got them.
Thank God you didn't take a spoon. That would have been even worse.
Life over for them. Now, I'm gonna read the next one, or do you want to go?
All you, brother.
Thank you. When I was little, I put glittery perfume. I almost sounded like I said literally. I put literally perfume. No, when I was little, I put glittery perfume into my sister's fish tank, thinking it would make the fish pretty and smell better. When my sister got home, her pet fish was sparkling, but very much dead. She never knew it was me who killed her.
What is up with all these hidden animal deaths? Like, why don't we just come clean? I would never love a fish enough for someone to be like, "Oh, I killed your fish." Like, if that, I'd be like, "All right, let me know." Is that a hot take?
Dude, we had a fish that we won at like a fair that literally could have
He lived
survived
9 years.
He could have survived the apocalypse.
Yeah, and he died jumping out of his bowl into our sink. He died there. Yeah, did you not know about this?
I feel confessed to.
Wow.
I had no idea
Yeah,
that's how Fred
Fred
died.
Fred jumped out of the top of the vase, and his mom filled the water too high.
Not to blame mom or anything.
But the water was
just blamed mom.
The water was high. Jumped out into the
Wow. R.I.P. Fred. That's devastating.
sink. I didn't realize when you have a fish, you have to like purify the water and stuff. I thought it was just like make it swim.
Thank God you don't own a fish.
I know.
As a kid, I used to steal straight up butter, and my parents had to keep it on high counters because I couldn't reach it, so I would stop. I never stopped.
Butter addict.
We got a killer and the butter eater.
Dude, that bee almost just popped my eardrums.
Dude, I think I'd have to be paid a good amount of money to eat just chunks of butter like that. Like, butter freaks me out in like a really negative way.
Yeah. But butters, you hate butter more than anything. All right, I'm reading the next one. A few years ago, some drunk people walked by my grandparents' house and started throwing their garbage cans and causing a huge mess in front of their house. So my family ran outside to tell them to clean it up, and they punched my uncle in the face. So my mom got a wood stick from the house and started beating them. It was an all-out family beatdown. Wow. You want to know what that reminds me of? Do you know in recent time, what was this? Were they like the folding chair on someone on like the boat? Do you know what I'm talking
No,
about?
I don't know what was going on.
The Alabama brawl.
Was that it?
I have
no idea.
Do we have the person from the family beatdown there? Oh, she's right here.
Do you have
Watch out.
questions for her, Chris?
I have a couple.
Can we get her a microphone?
Is she up front?
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Lily.
Hi, Lily. Okay,
Hi.
how effective was the wooden stick?
It was very effective.
Thank you. Okay, very effective.
Okay, like question for you.
Yes.
If we were in the zombie apocalypse, would you take the stick as your weapon? Or was it that level of effective?
I mean, it practically broke her back, so yeah.
It broke someone's back.
It, like when my mom like hit her back, you heard like a crack. Like it was
Oh my god.
It was me in the surprise party.
Wait, that's the mom right there. Wait, can we get her a microphone?
Wait, you're a boss. Wait, I'm scared of you. Don't bring her a stick.
Hold on.
Wow.
Wait, that's crazy.
Wait, so I have one final question. You said the stick came from inside the house. Was it like a meter stick, or was
no, it was probably around like I'd say 4 feet. Yeah.
Wow.
But was it like an outdoor stick or what?
Sorry,
You're good.
it's a
You're
Chinese-
good. You're good.
It's a Chinese fighting stick.
Oh my god! So you're just a ninja hiding away, waiting for someone to fuck with your trash.
Yeah. Oh my God! Watch out, security. We got someone in the crowd coming for your job. We got a Chinese fighting stick. How many times have you used the Chinese fighting stick?
More than
You don't have to.
More than you'd like to admit.
Yeah.
Wait, how many people were like a part of this brawl? The
It
family
was-
beatdown.
It was me, my dad, my brother, my sister, my
Your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, everybody.
So were you a part of it?
my
Damn.
brother-in-law,
You're
my
watching
kids.
the brawl.
You were watching?
Wow.
And all of your Chinese ancestors were helping you with us. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
guys.
I love you guys.
Wow. Thank you.
Of course.
Dude, a Chinese fighting
Nick, that's like your dream to have
I
like
know,
these down.
I know, like that was amazing.
Wow.
Oh my god. I hope that the Chinese fighting stick
Damn,
was on
she
forever.
broke somebody's back with that stick.
Wow.
That's tough. I would not fuck with her.
If she got a stick, everyone in about that section, watch your back. Any enemies.
Don't touch anybody's
Wow.
trash.
Wow. Do you want to go, Chris?
No, I just read that one.
I'll read the next one.
Go for it. Oh, Nick, you gotta reveal the shirt today.
My shirt says, I hope there's gay people here. Sounds like there's a couple amongst us. Okay, anonymous confession time, if you guys are down. It's not gonna work, girl. Sorry. Okay, no more interrupting, okay?
You got this, Nick.
Okay. No, don't be sorry. Just don't do it again. There used to be a girl in my high school that had an uncontrollable need to hump. That's all you got? That's all it said? That's all that's revealed.
I don't even want to hear about
Dude, do you know that? You have a collar and a bunch of fur? Sounds like a dog. Uncontrollable need to hump. I hope she locked in before she got old enough, because,
That's getting
going,
going.
that's not a, that's
You
not
know
a
that
habit.
video? You know that video of the lady and she's like on the phone with the vet and she's like, you know, your dog is actually a big humper, and then the dog's face is like have you ever seen this?
Like,
Like,
looks
guilty?
guilty?
Yeah, he looks like he knows that he's getting talked about.
An uncontrollable need to hump.
Yikes.
I'm trying to avoid picturing it, but it's all I can do.
Especially like, what'd you say?
Just when I was younger, like.
Did you
like,
say in
freaked
class
out.
or am I forgetting?
I don't know, dude.
Let's-
I don't want to know.
let's-
any
No,
part
no,
of
Chris,
this.
don't even pick this one back up, please. A girl in my high school. High school's too old,
High school.
man.
Yeah, dude. You have like uncontrollable urges. I want to say at like 6 or 7. You know, I think we
once
can-
you get to high school, all your urges need to be completely under control.
Yeah.
Especially if they have to, they're humping the air.
Uncontrollably.
Yeah.
Correct. That's
Bring her to the like dance floor alone. She'll look like she's dancing. Play a song. It'll look normal. Okay, yeah.
Let's read that. Yeah. Do you guys want me to do this?
Oh
or-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Last Easter, my mom and my aunt got into a huge argument, and it looked like they were about to start beating each other up. So to separate them, my grandfather grabbed a baseball bat to scare them and chase everyone out of the house.
See, I'm bored by the baseball bat now that I've heard about a Chinese fighting.
Correct.
Oh, fighting stick. Yes.
Fighting stick.
Very
If he
different.
grabbed a Chinese backbeating stick,
All right, here we go. I'm gonna read the next one.
Baseball bat. It's
Her
Once,
uncle's Harley Quinn.
sorry.
Once I hated a girl so much in my school that I came up with a way to get her expelled.
Oh wow.
Ready for this, Nick? And
I've
the
been more.
plan is in action right now.
There's no more details? That's it. Where are you? We have to find it. Where on God's green planet are you? Oh, she can't spoil her plans.
Oh, she's gonna. Yeah. She's gonna.
I think you know my question. What's the plan? Well, where are you? Do you have a mic? Oh, you can talk into it.
That mic isn't on.
It's not.
It's getting on.
She gets
right now.
sabotaged.
Hi,
Hey, how are you? What's your name?
I'm Caitlin.
Hi,
Hi,
Caitlin.
I
Can you tell us
need-
more about this plan to expel your friend here?
Well, she cheats a lot in class on like every assignment and test, so we're just gonna expose her.
Do you think
Okay.
that cheating's enough to get her expelled?
Probably.
That's it?
I hope
I should have got
so.
expelled like 100 times.
I know. I would have been expelled.
You
too.
should lie to your teacher and be like, she has an uncontrollable problem. She needs to.
Or you'd be like, I heard her mom beat the fuck out of somebody with a Chinese fight stick. That would get her out of school.
Thank you
quick.
for-
Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
I think I love you've devised the plan, but I think we gotta hit the drawing board here.
I agree.
If
If
you're
you
trying to get
want-
someone
If you
expelled,
want to expel, that's not gonna work.
that's maybe a 2-minute detention.
yeah.
Correct. All right, Nick, do you have any more really good ones?
Let me take a gander.
All right. Matt, how are you feeling? Do you have a good one?
This one sounds crazy.
All right, let's read it.
I went to my best friend's graduation party, and toward the end, her dad did his infamous fireworks show.
Oh, wow.
You ready? But unfortunately, I was sitting too close to the fireworks, and they malfunctioned, which led to me being in a war zone of explosions. Holy moly! When I finally got out, I realized that I was bleeding on both legs. But I was totally fine, thank God.
I don't think you were totally fine. I think you have the right to an attorney.
Hold on, where are you here? The firework? Okay, she's here. Is it the same girl with the? Oh no, it's different. Oh my God! Wait. So with the infamous
I
firework?
see you're standing, so your legs are all right. Thank God.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
Legs off. There's a little switch on there.
He flipped it. I just flipped the switch.
You got it.
You got it?
Here,
Okay.
Here's a secret.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Larissa.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Chris, do you have a
So yeah, how often was the infamous fireworks show?
He
Was
just
it
wanted to do it for her graduation party, but he like had like stacks of.
like it was hyped up?
Like
Like everybody
boxes,
knew
yeah.
it was on the
He
way.
like laid it out like by the bay, like it was
Wow.
like at the water. It
So, if you still have your legs but you were bleeding, what injuries did you
was, I like
sustain?
had like open wounds on my
Oh,
thigh.
oh my
Yeah.
God. What were you like? What were you seeing in that moment when there's just?
It literally, I swear to God, like I lost my hearing.
Oh my God.
And it was I couldn't see. Like I literally got up and everyone was like, "You're bleeding." I was like, "Okay."
So question, this is my last question. If you were invited back for a firework explosion dinner, would you attend?
Yeah, but like I'd be like.
A riot
You're-
shield or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna like definitely.
That is so fucking funny.
Wow.
Thank
you for sharing.
I'm glad your legs are in as well.
Dude, has anyone seen that viral video of the girls and they're like, they go out and they sing their friend happy birthday and they're like, we accidentally brought like fireworks thinking they were like sparkling birthday candles.
Yes.
And light a fucking firework on a cake in a restaurant.
I get so scared of like when people push their friend's face in the wooden
Oh
skewer.
my God!
And then there's like a skewer in the eye or something.
Chris.
Back it up, Derek.
Oh, that's one of the most iconic videos of all time. The back it up tear.
All right, Nick, do you have any more?
There's a couple.
I'll read this one.
Oh, I gotta go.
You go.
Mom confession with an exclamation point.
I dated an NBA basketball player before I met my husband, and my daughter, who is here with me, doesn't know.
Don't tell Matt who it is. He might put
I
a
will put
sports
10
bet
cents
on
on
it.
him. If he gets the first shot of the game, I'll make 30 cents. Wow. Do we have, do you have the mom that wants to confess what NBA player?
Well, you guys think you'll know the NBA player?
I don't know. Okay, she's here. She's here. Let's find her.
Where are you? Where are you?
A mic is gonna head your way. A mic will head your way.
Sprinting at you right now.
I'm so sorry that Mike was far. What should we say? Well, okay.
I think we need to get our questions ready. I have 2 questions.
It depends if we're like a legacy basketball player. Like it could be someone.
Yeah, if we got like
that's
the
a
eighth guy on the
parent. I don't know
bench.
what age range this could be.
Thank you for
Yeah.
getting up there with the microphone.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your patience. While we find out.
Hello. What's your
Not.
name?
Ooh, is this on?
Yep, it's
Hi,
on.
I am Jill.
Hi, Jill.
For my first and most important question: is your daughter here?
She's standing next to
Oh my
Oh.
god! And you just found out?
She doesn't know yet, Matt.
She just
Yes.
found out, but I told her I was putting in a confession when we were
Oh
sitting.
my
OMG.
So what basketball team?
If you're willing to share.
It's a retired basketball
Oh,
player.
this is-
I'm 50 years old.
No,
so
that's
what?
okay.
Oh wow.
Wait, so are you comfortable sharing what team or no?
You don't have to.
I mean, he was on 2 different teams and now he's a sportscaster. He's pretty big.
Ooh, okay, wow. Okay, let's not expose him at the show.
Yeah, no, we'll let that.
Well,
be
thank
your-
you for
I
sharing.
will say, right after I dated him, I met my husband and
Wow.
And he treats you better.
yes, of course.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing.
I love you, Rob.
Love you. Shout out your mom. Dude.
I wonder if it's awkward watching NBA sports casts.
Well, I was happy when I read the confession that only her daughter didn't know. At least her husband's aware that, you know.
You never know.
Maybe that's not true.
No, I think he does.
We don't know.
He
Damn.
does now. All right.
Wait, I have another funny one. Right?
Okay, go ahead, Nick.
For it, Chris?
Yeah, we have. Yes, we have enough.
Okay.
Time.
I'm gonna
Did
ignore
she say
that.
hot hot? I think she's practicing her. That's what I heard.
So NBA is basketball.
Yes.
I need help with that. One time, I waited over an hour outside of some girl's job and bitch slapped her for talking shit. I don't condone that.
That's it?
Oh, for talking shit and hitting my car.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
I still don't
Okay.
condone it.
I'm gonna read another one. Here we
Go
go.
for it.
Love you guys. There's
Let's
so
see.
much.
Okay. I don't know if I like this one. Actually, I will. The guy I had my first kiss with was turned on by the Yoshi voice. Also, this took place at the sleepaway camp from your guys' TikTok video you watched where burgers were falling out of the sky. Do you remember that?
Oh my
God! I remember that. I remember that. That's crazy.
That's like insider information.
Wow, Yoshi.
Wasn't it candy falling out of the sky?
No, I believe it was quarter pounders. Like it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Wow. What a
Turned
moment.
on by the
Yoshi
Yoshi
voice.
I don't think I have questions.
Wow, that's crazy.
Thank you for sharing, everyone.
Thank you for sharing that. That was a good
We
one.
appreciate you all
Okay.
so much.
Wow. Okay, we have time for like probably 3 more. Nick.
Okay.
Oh my god, we're still going?
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, we have a few more.
Lock in.
Come on, Matt.
My bad.
This one's a paragraph, so bear with me.
Oh, are you gonna start?
Come on! When I was in 7th grade, there was this girl in my class who had such hatred for me. She told all her friends about me, how she was planning to stab me, supposedly. I didn't know what I did to her because I never talked to her. Her friends told me, and I decided to tell my siblings. Turns out she was my step-cousin and wanted to kill me because my uncle cheated on her mom.
Uncle cheated on her mom. Hold on.
She never went back to school after the day I found out, and I still have to shake her hand at family events.
Shake her hand. What is it, like a formal?
What are you, like, meeting with the president and everyone?
Literally. Everyone goes down the line at the family event and greets
Merry
each
Christmas,
other.
Happy Thanksgiving. I literally got threatened to get stabbed by some crazy girl in our 4th grade class, and then the teacher, I kid you not, told her, please put your pocket knife away till the end of the school day. I'm like, she's going to slit my throat outside. Take the fucking knife from the girl.
Yeah.
No 4th grader should be supplied a pocket knife and during fucking class.
No. Oh yeah.
Ridiculous.
Not put it. Not taking
Not
it.
let me confiscate this fucking weapon. Just put it away until the end of class.
After class, you can stab him, but right now we're too busy.
Literally plead for my life at the end of the school day. I was terrified.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna read the last one.
Okay, go for it, Chris.
A few years ago, I went ice skating with my brother. You guys here? Make sure you're here. A few years ago, I went ice skating with my brother, and he was pissing me off all day. So when we were skating, I tripped him, and he fell and cracked his chin open, and had to go to the hospital to get it stitched up. I felt really bad, but to be honest, he deserved it. I don't think he deserved it. I don't think anyone deserves stitches.
I literally am not kidding, I zoned out. I didn't hear a fucking word you just said.
Why?
Is that not crazy? I literally completely have no idea what that confession was. But are we moving on?
Yes, okay, let's move on. All right, thank you guys for submitting your anonymous confessions. That was a fun segment.
You guys had some good ones. I was totally entertained by that.
That was crazy. What was your favorite one, Nick?
Oh my god, of course the Chinese fighting stick.
Chinese fighting stick, you win.
Because the best part about that to me was reading the confession and being like, okay, like they found like a stick.
wooden
inside,
stick,
a
okay.
meter stick, whatever. To then find out it was like a fucking ancient relic was the best piece of my life.
Thank God.
Like
Angie broke a back with it.
it changes everything about the story.
Oh my God.
It's insane.
Wow. Dude, that sounded like it hurt. That
Someone
one.
sounds to have a broken ankle.
Okay, or maybe she's getting beat with a Chinese fighting stick.
Who
but
knows?
There's some serious noise going on over there. Okay, next segment we have is the story time segment. Basically, me, Matt, and Nick put a bunch of different story time genres in those folders over there, and they're all number numerically. Is that the word?
Sure, yeah.
And then we're gonna spin a wheel and land on the number, then open the envelope and read our stories.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Let's spin that wheel.
Guys, I want you to do like a. Do you guys remember the rainstorm in class when you would
A
go like
drum
this?
roll.
Yeah, do that with me. When we
Follow
do
the wheel.
the wheel. Okay, spin that wheel. Nick, get ready to go grab the pen. All right, number 5. Nick, get that envelope. We
We're
love
so
you all
fun.
so very much. Thank you so much.
Let's make sure we're not interrupting anyone.
No, you're not interrupting anything. That's okay. Thank you guys. All right, Nick, open number 5 and reveal today's story time topic. Yeah. You're like the Make a Deal girls.
I'm living my fullest dream.
Yes. Okay. Let's read it. What is it?
Storytime topic is, I'm gonna wait till those people who should have one more strike before they get, no. Seriously, I've heard enough. Okay, what's the worst text you sent someone by accident is the storytime topic.
Okay.
So let's see what our stories are.
Yeah, give me my card, dummy.
I don't know which one to do.
All right, Matt. Do you want to share one? Nick, do you want to share one? You have your thing first.
Oh my god, worst text by accident. Now bear with me here. This is really, I wrote this down to share this story, but I was like scared when I was writing it down. I'm like, do I want to tell a live audience? And now we're at a live audience that's like our biggest live audience ever, so I'm scared, but I'm gonna share this story.
Okay.
One time, I was talking to a man in a flirtatious way, and he shared his location with me, and I had his location on my phone. And then we stopped talking to each other, and I was like, okay, that's over, moving past it. Months later, I was like talking to a different person, started sharing his location with me. And they were living in such close quarters that when I saw both their locations near each other, my heart skipped a beat. Like, I'm telling you, neighbors, literally neighbors.
Wow.
And then so, after that, I was on the phone with my friend Michaela, who I tell everything. And I was talking to her about it, and I was like, dude, these two guys that I was talking to, like, literally probably live, like, one of them could shit in their house and the other one would smell it from there. It was like dead ass, it was that close to each other.
Wow.
So while I'm telling Michaela the story on my phone, I'm like, look how close they live to each other. And I screenshotted how close their locations were and texted one of the kids by accident.
Oh my God.
So we saw, like, his name and, like, someone else's name.
Oh.
I wanted to explode.
That's the worst.
Texted me back, said, do you want to elaborate on that? I go, no, I'm not going to say another word. You're going to see that.
Wow.
Wow. That's the worst accidental text I've ever sent to her.
That's horrible.
With 100% certainty, that's the worst one.
I have one that's very funny.
Let's tell us.
Nick texted me once, ooh, girl, you better watch your back. And then he said, sorry, that was for Michaela.
I never said
Yes, you did.
Ooh, girl, you better watch your back.
Yep, I had it on my phone.
Yeah, I had my Chinese fighting stick in my back pocket.
All right, I also have another one that's really funny. I have, hold on. Planning for this tour, me and Matt had a duo surprise, which, has it been revealed?
Right.
Oh, it has. No, what? It has been revealed already. The other one.
The
Yes, the pancake one. I forgot it was revealed.
Scared the shit
No,
out
no, sorry. And then I accidentally texted Nick info about that surprise.
Yep.
And
I remember that.
and me and Matt, like we were just planning, talking about it, and I accidentally texted it.
But
to
we
Nick.
were 20 minutes
And we
away
were 30
from the
minutes
house.
away from the house, so I had to drive home, or Matt drove us home, and I had to sneak in Nick's room, and he woke up, and I was like
I
on
woke
his
up
phone.
to Chris on my phone hovering over my body. And I was like, what are you doing?
I was deleting the messages off his phone. I felt like a super psychopath.
Yeah, that was nuts. Matt, do you have a fun story?
I just have like a overall funny thing. When we played hockey, we played hockey with two other Chris's. And every single time, Chris now has a nickname in my phone, but you have no idea how many times I've texted kids that I'm not even that close with, like, hey, good morning, or like, hey, can I go shower? And they're just like, dude, you gotta wrap this up.
You gotta figure out what Chris you're talking
I used to do that all the time. I would FaceTime a random Matt on my phone.
It's just
it would be like someone else,
diabolical.
not you. Okay.
Dude, this is the last story I have. Do I have time?
Yeah, go ahead.
This one girl that I was friends with in high school showed me this guy went to like flirt with her and a bunch of other girls at the same time. And he, instead of texting them all individually, he accidentally made a group chat. And that was none of our story. That wasn't my story. Honorable mention, but honorable mention for the category is that one kid made a group chat of girls and texted them all.
It's like
good morning.
literally the thing you dread.
I'm like, oh my god, you're in a group chat of like 8 people. Text them all. Good morning. Like, that's kind of scary.
That is scary. All right, I think that concludes our story time segment, and you guys know what that means. Next up, we have our big surprise. Okay, so as you guys know, we have been hiding secrets from each other and revealing them as our tour shows go on and on. And today, one of us is going to surprise the others, or maybe two of us are going to surprise one of us, and we are going to see who is doing the surprise right now by playing this video. Let's go. Wow, what a beautiful landscape that was. That was awesome. When it gets to the countdown, you guys gotta count down 5 minutes. Are you scared, Nick?
No, I'm not scared.
Are you scared? I'm a little scared. Okay.
My heart is racing out of my chest, actually.
Okay, so you are scared, terrified. All right, guys. When we get to the point where we can count down with me, okay? All right. I think I got a Wendy. You probably do. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow.
Oh my god, I've been containing my excitement for this moment all fucking day.
All right, Nick, do you want me to explain what's going on while you change the TV?
Yes.
All right, so me and Matt are switching to this side because we're going to turn on one of these cameras so you guys can see our reaction to Nick's surprise, which is going to play on the big screen. So you can see me and Matt, we're going to be right here. Nick is going to grab a hint from that shelf momentarily, and me and Matt are going to try to take one final guess on what his surprise could be, and then we'll have one of you in the crowd out there take a guess as well. All right, you guys ready?
Oh, I forgot I shouldn't do that yet. Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
I'm nervous. I'm excited.
Oh, God.
A roll of duct tape. I killed someone.
Oh, my God. Is that Nick, wrong camera.
I look so cool too.
Wow. Okay, Matt, do you have a guess?
You can hold
the
it.
first thing I thought, I know that this isn't what you did, but the first thing that I thought was like making those duct tape wallets when we were in middle school. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. I just think that maybe you put something together and held it together with duct tape.
They're some of the worst.
What? Dude, a roll of duct tape?
I used tape for its function. That was the surprise.
Okay, but what could
I taped something together.
I
What
don't
could this
know.
possibly mean, Nick? How blessed are you that you get to find out so shortly?
All right. Does anyone else want to take a guess on these very broad
Hey, someone out there with a microphone, pick anybody to take a guess. I don't have the mic, so start with someone else out there. Pick anybody who looks the most hungry for it.
Oh, she's ready.
All right, one guess based off of a roll of duct tape.
Well, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Lucia.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, the hint for today is a roll of duct tape. What do you believe I did?
I immediately thought that you taped yourself to something for a really long time.
Okay, I like that.
Not
guess.
a bad guess.
That was better than my guess and Matt, so thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. That made the loudest thud I've ever heard.
I'm done. I should grab this. Hold on. Before we get into this, I want you all to know.
Oh wait, actually, where's
that this is my favorite surprise that I did for this kid. And I also would like to share, let's get really quiet and listen to my wording here. Make some noise if you're homophobic. Amazing! You guys will love this!
Also, after all of our surprises we've been doing, we've realized we kind of are at a loss for words after, so we decided to implement a pen and paper so me and Matt can live take notes so we can review after.
Also, last thing I have to say. I understand that you guys are so excited, and I'm excited too, and a lot of you have been cheering, and I appreciate it. But in order to hear the surprise, I want to make sure you guys understand the jokes, get what's going on. So be excited, be happy, laugh, but make sure you're quiet enough to hear the video, because I want you guys to have the best experience watching this ever.
Yes.
All right.
And we
Thank
thank
you guys so much for being here.
All right, get into it.
Hello, gorgeous members of the New York audience. It is me, Nick, and welcome to today's tour surprise. Why am I talking like I'm in an anime? Today we are going to do what most people think I am doing for a tour surprise, which is going to be getting in full drag. This is going to happen in 4 steps. Preparing and sketching, fitting, makeup, and serving. But before we do any of this, I know that I have to recruit the perfect people for the job. Please let me introduce you to the multi-talented, gorgeous, fashionable, and creative twins, Sugar and Spice. Alright, now that we have the steps in order and the crew assembled, let's get into it. The first order of business was figuring out what my drag name is going to be. Which, months ago, I already said on my podcast that I filmed with Sugar and Spice.
Ooh, well, what would your drag name be?
I've put thought into this.
Yeah, have you thought about it?
I think I have such severe allergies, so I think Benny Drill would be so fun.
Out of the time. It took me a minute, but I got it.
So we filmed that podcast months ago, and then right when we were done filming, I told Sugar and Spice about the tour that we're going on and that I needed to do something crazy for a tour surprise, and they were completely on board. So I went and hung out with Sugar and Spice after we filmed this podcast and made an initial sketch of what I am going to look like in drag, which was this. Which is literally insane. Spice drew this, and it's unbelievable to me. So now we have the sketch and we have the drag name, so we're moving on to phase 2.
Why do you guys wear a diaper? It is that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're like YouTube, bro.
Like the over the shoulder where it's very.
That's the thing about drag people don't realize is that it really is an illusion from head to toe.
For sure.
And you kind of are sculpting a full body underneath.
Yeah, no, this is I already feel crazy. It's one a day.
Well, yeah, crazy time. But I'm actually curious for you, when you started watching Drag Race and stuff, were you ever oh wait, I would eat. Were you ever did you ever think of yourself in drag or no?
No, I think that it's everyone's delusional. I could you see a challenge. I could kill this challenge. But I never thought that I have the ability to get there in any way.
But I kind of know, were you saying you're I almost feel bad that you're kind of doing the easy road because we're just
if someone wants to be a drag queen, they have to start by figuring out how to do makeup. Me too. I was I'm friends with 2 drag queens that are immediately doing it for me.
But it's you're skipping all the booger steps.
I have the genie pass.
I have the fast pass.
Straight to victory.
Oh my God.
It's all
Look how small.
I feel like literally Carly just my head. Like this is all I feel. Like I'm looking down and like that's not attached to me.
But I love it because we're easing you into it. You know, like you're not full geesh yet. You're just in body.
I have my body. I ripped it off myself.
Wow. That is you.
This is insane. Because it's also just like the waist being this small is terrifying. The fact it's gonna happen again is even scarier.
I think you're truly giving the feminine illusion. Like, we're not cutting any corners with this. Like, we're not half-assing this, baby.
But also, your brothers better appreciate this because you are going all out.
Exactly.
You are getting molded and taped.
Honestly, like, just your nerve and audacity to do this, I think it's just so inspiring. Even to the everyday girls that want to just put on a little more lip gloss, but they're afraid the girls are going to judge. It's like, if you can do this, if we can turn ourselves into femme fatales, it's like, baby, you can do anything.
Exactly that.
Hey guys, I'm at the studio and Sugar and Spice are on their way. I got here first and I wanted to get here first on purpose because I needed to make sure that I could get here, sense my space, and breathe and prepare. Because I don't know why I'm so nervous because I'm literally hanging out with friends and doing something fun, but I'm having a heart attack internally. And my number one question is where are my balls gonna go? Not to be TMI. But it is my genuine thought. This is just an experience that, not to this degree, but I think everyone should experience something so fun and so wild because it's just truly expressive.
It feels so funny because it's like, when I have just the wig and makeup on, but then still the boy body, it's to me it's the equivalent of seeing Snow White and Goofy in Disney.
Hairline reveal.
It's like certain things are meant to be seen, like the fantasy halfway through. There's anything about like seeing Goofy outside on his lunch break smoking a cigarette and his hat on the body. It's like, oh, childhood ruined. Also, Miss Sugar is running a little bit late, so we're taking matters into our own hands.
We're getting started.
This is so fun. I love how you're breaking your makeup virginity.
I've never had makeup on my face, and instead of starting there, we're doing full drag day of.
Wait, so what makeup have you had? Like, have you done face paint or?
Literally, I was always the kid that was like too embarrassed to put face paint on my face. Like, I was like, I'm not doing that, like at like the fair or like a school event.
Right.
So literally never that. I don't know like the maximum amount of makeup I've had on, but it's very minimal. Well, I think it's just such an aggressive shift.
Oh my god, that looks so uncomfortable.
I just think that's
a good word.
Drag itself is like, to me, and why I've been so interested and I've become so interested in it, is literally, it's like, it is truly, in my opinion, the most forward action you can take of like self-expression, you know? And that's all I am about, is just literally anybody doing whatever they want, however they want, whenever they want.
Does it feel weird to be on the sideburns?
It doesn't. I feel pretty chill.
It's gonna be interesting to see what you look like when we powder them and you have like no brows.
I know.
Oh my god, you're turning into like a little baby fetus.
I feel so hard. I look like the Gerber elf, like the cookie guy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay, T, because even just the feeling of makeup too is hard to get used to. But good thing, do you wear contact? I didn't even bother. Okay, that would have been. It took me years to even learn how to put a damn contact in my eye. But
Do you see? You kind of look like an egg. It's
oh my god, we're kind of getting fashion without the brow.
I'm learning. You're very model-esque.
Yeah, you have model.
I'm like living. When I pulled up and you were across the street from far away, the wig cap looked like a blonde buzz cut, and I thought you dyed your hair, and I was like, oh my god, model.
I'm convinced that there was like triplets in our bloodline like years ago that we just like, don't know. But who knows?
Your laugh, Sugar, when you're
What? Oh, now we're clocking laughs?
Well,
We're clocking laughs?
I was waiting for a
I'm over here doing
that was a fake laugh. I'm supervising, sweetie. Get to
No, it wasn't a fake laugh. It was a conversational laugh. We all have our different laughs. It was like
conversation.
It was an listening laugh.
It was like, it's like it was an endearing moment, sweetie. Like, your skin looks flawless.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I am like, we need the Gucci campaign right now.
You're so funny.
And I think it's just, well, no, but I love it because it's like, you're kind of just like, someone gives you a compliment, you're so funny.
The details.
Together and doing the eyes, and you're being so good. Yeah, it's hard when you're not used to makeup because your eyes are automatically gonna start watering, but you're good.
I'm kind of living like.
Are you seeing the fantasy come together?
You have to get rid of that shirt, or did you keep it?
My life.
Oh yeah.
I love how Sugar did the face, I'm doing the eyes, we're giving Dream Team together.
Literally.
Okay.
I've noticed like drag queens always have their eyes so wide open, but like you have to do it to see.
Right.
It's like at first that was like a joke. But it's like now with like the lash on, you gotta like you gotta in order to see the ceiling, you gotta open your eyes like Yes.
Oh my god, the lashes are giving!
Well, yes. It's crazy I have a full face of makeup right now. I'm gonna have a wig on and I've never walked in heels.
Ooh, let's get this lip on. Well, sweetie, how about you get to work and do something? Well, I've been slaying this wig over here, sweetie, and you're trying to glue on an eyelash. Oh my god, I love it. Did we spray the face yet?
Oh, I want to do that.
Girl, let me have my one job.
No, it's my favorite thing. No. Use this one.
This is insane.
It's Anastasia Beverly. No one cares. Just
girl, let me do. No,
we both spray at the same.
Oh my god, you're gorgeous.
Oh, you're just realizing that now?
Well, no, I haven't seen with the lip.
No. This is the better one. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, I mean she's not going nowhere.
Alright, we're good.
Guys, I have not seen the outfit yet, but I've seen Spice's amazing sketch of what it's going to look like. But
I haven't seen it in real life either.
You haven't?
No.
How do I do this? Okay, I'll just put this down. Okay, right.
Oh my god. Look at this face.
Oh my god.
This is epic. Are you kidding me? This is so good.
Okay, hold on, that's nice. Let's give you your BBL.
Yes, it's BBL time.
I feel like I'm looking at
a mirror.
Wait, you're gorgeous.
I feel like you're so pretty. It's like looking in a mirror.
Oh no.
They're wearing like tennis heels, so it looks really tall.
Crazy. I'll probably do like a split or something.
No.
God, that was impressive. That's it. Wow. I knew everyone was expecting me to do that, but I was like, doing it was such a fun, crazy experience. Oh my god. I have so many questions I wrote. Go for it. Number one, did you have to get rid of that shirt that had makeup on? So, this is the funny thing. That entire outfit that I was wearing getting makeup on, I was like gross afterwards. I put it in a laundry bag, and Matt does all my laundry, so it's waiting for you in LA for you to do it. Didn't do your laundry. Matt, if I brought that downstairs, you would have saw makeup all over my shirt and been like, oh, I know exactly what he did for a tour surprise. That shirt is dirty in my closet right now, and you need to wash it. I would never let that stop. Also, the entire outfit that I'm wearing, like, in drag was in my closet from the minute I filmed that to after. And I was, like, hiding, like, clothes, like, corsets and, like... I literally have on my question thing, too. I said, is this the surprise you were so scared to come home from? Because I remember Nick... Yes! Nick literally kept saying over and over again he was terrified to come home from one of the surprises, and I'm assuming it's because of... Dude, I had lash glue in my eyes for, like, 3 days, and I was so scared that you guys weren't going to notice it. And I was out with Matt, like, several times, like, just going like this over and over, trying to get glue off my eyeballs. But I took all my makeup up at the warehouse before I went back home. Matt, was Smash or Pass female Nick? Whoa! I look really like isn't it crazy how I knew he was going to ask that question? I was just curious. Okay, I have one more question, or two more questions. Go. How long did it take, and did it hurt? It didn't hurt. I, instead of, pulling back what exists unattached to me. Yeah. It was just like layers of like tights. Like I had 4 pairs of tights on, and I had like a big skirt, so you couldn't see my balls through, which is good. And then, what was your first question? How long did it take? I think I was, dude, the whole process, after we filmed the podcast that I went on with them, like a week or 2 weeks later, I went over to their place, did the sketch, or just talked about it, planned it, went over again, did the sketch, went over again, did the duct tape thing, and then had a designer custom make that based off of the body mold. So they cut the duct tape thing off of me, put it back together, and a designer had the shape of my body at their place, made a custom outfit, and then that's what the results were. So it took like 2 months of planning, but makeup into drag was like 6 hours. Oh my god. Crazy. It was so cool though.
One of the things that I told Chris to do for a duo surprise with me was reach out to them and do it. And I'm glad we didn't. 'Cause
I know, we would have had the same surprise.
But me and Chris were going to do that.
I know.
Too.
It was so crazy.
Wow,
Nick.
same.
Do you have any more questions?
I think that the one thing that I want to say is like, I feel like since you came out in high school, like I feel like this is like a bigger picture thing because it's like you have always had like these gay things that you wanted to do and these gay self-expression that you wanted to do, and I feel like you never really felt 100% fully comfortable to do that just because any environment or any people. So I think you doing it today in front of our biggest audience ever is an amazing, beautiful thing.
I fully agree with you. I knew when we were planning all of the shows and all the surprises, and I knew that I did this, I was like, it has to be for New York, because we are gonna get it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to risk doing this in like fucking Midwest. I didn't want to get, you know.
Yeah, no.
Well, who's the crazy aunt? Another place, like Kathy, remember that aunt?
Yeah, she got you with your shotgun.
Yeah, literally.
I do think that I've never met Sugar and Spice, but I think that what
Legends.
I think that what they did and how they helped you in the amount of time.
Dude,
that they
created
put
the most
also-
comfortable environment to do something so jarring for myself, you know what I mean? So I was really appreciative of them, and I was also so hyped because they're twins, so it's funny because it was like the Sturniolo triplets of drag instead.
Wow.
And also, I'm Matt, you said something super nice, but I'm so bad at articulating my words on the spot.
Yeah.
So I knew how I would feel in this moment, so I wrote this to read off of instead.
Go for
I want
it.
to be able to say it authentically. But I said, my entire life being a gay triplet, I felt different than my brothers, and as a kid, I always made choices that stuck out and were a bit out of the ordinary. And I said, which I feel like I continue to do as an adult. And that's why when I introduced myself to drag, I fell in love with how bold and strong drag queens were. The art of drag has inspired me every day to make more choices I would usually be too afraid to make. Wear clothes I would usually be too afraid to wear. And the reason I really wanted to do drag as a surprise is because even though, hold on, I'm losing my spot. Even though it was out of my comfort zone, I wanted to be an example to every single person here, whether you're a 13-year-old girl or someone's 50-year-old dad, that you can truly express yourself however you want. You should always push yourself to make bold choices. You usually stop yourself from making. And then I said, and I also wanted to make it a point to say I'm truly grateful for my relationship with my brothers because they've created a safe space for me to express myself, and I hope that I do the same for them. And I hope that even one person leaves here feeling affected by the words and videos I've showed you today. And drag is not a dangerous thing. Woo! It's something that is appreciated, and it truly is just the biggest form of self-expression. It's really, obviously it's jarringly different, but choosing to wear what you guys wear today and then fully dressing up as a woman, there's no difference. It's not harmful, it's not dangerous. And I had a blast doing it. So thank you guys.
I think there's no better way to end our show in New York City than their speech right there.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the surprise party tour.
Cue the music! We're gonna take a big group picture, and once again, I can't explain how blessed we are to be in a room with this many people. It seems impossible. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, everybody! Nick loves this song. Listen to the song on the way out. Bye, guys.